You know, I did my best and I worked hard, but I prefer to lose my seat with my principles than winning it without speaking about what I believe.
Don't go away, Mad Max, but yes, Mad Max, please go away. Hi, I'm Brian Lilley, political columnist for the Toronto Sun. It's time for Maxine Bernier and the People's Party to fold up their tent, realize people don't want what they're selling, and pack it in. Look, it was a good run for you, Max, and I'm sure that if you kept going, you could keep fundraising a salary for yourself for years to come. But the idea of the People's Party of Canada as a real going political concern in this country simply doesn't wash. 4 by-elections held on Monday. 2 went to the Liberals, 2 went to the Conservatives. Guess what? 2 went to the Liberals were ridings they held before the by-elections. The 2 that went to the Conservatives, same thing. In Portage Lisgar in Manitoba, Maxime Bernier decided he was going to run. He lost out to a former staffer, political staffer, and intern for the Conservative Party. This is a guy who came within a breath of winning the Conservative Party leadership, a guy who thinks he's a national figure. And he only got 17, 18% of the vote. He did worse than the People's Party representative last time. Let me give you some of the figures here on how badly the PPC did. In NDG Westmount, they only took just over 100 votes, less than 1% of the total. In Oxford in southwestern Ontario, their candidate there took 6,500 votes in 2021 and more than 10% of the popular vote, but they got about 1,200 votes, about 3.5% of the vote in this last one. And then in Winnipeg South Centre, a little over 300 votes, 1.5% of the tally. But it was in Portage Lisgar that things were really bad. Maxime Bernier got a little over 5,000 votes, about 26% of the vote tally the Conservatives got. He couldn't even crack 20% of the total vote. His candidate last time, Solomon Weeb, got that. He couldn't get it. With all the forces of the party behind him, people coming from across the country to help Bernier win, the people of Portage Lisgar, a very conservative-leaning area, said, no thanks, we're not buying what you're selling. But here's the problem with Bernier. What is he selling? Is he selling things he believes in? In Portage Lisgar, he was suddenly the pro-life candidate, speaking out about the need to stop abortion. Trust me, I've covered Maxime Bernier since 2006. Abortion was never his issue. Being pro-life was never his issue. He was a libertarian. He would welcome pro-lifers in, but he wasn't going to push that issue. That's what he told me when he ran for the Conservative Party leadership. On the issue of guns, Maxime Bernier was never pushing guns. Now for this by-election, he's getting his photo taken in gun shops and posting it on social media. This is simply not who the guy is. And while he prattles on about the World Economic Forum, yeah, he spoke there. He spoke there. You're going to make this a big issue? Well, look at what you've done in the past. Bernier is not someone who took policy seriously. He was junior minister in agriculture, never went after the dairy cartels, not back then. In fact, one story that was told to me was the man was briefed by 2 senior officials when he was appointed, and at the end they said, "Any questions, Minister?" He didn't ask about the dairy cartels. He didn't ask about supply management. He asked if he could get his portrait on the wall in the hallway outside. That was it. That's Maxime Bernier. He still wants his portrait up on the wall. He wants to be a serious contender, but he's simply not, and the results show that. The People's Party of Canada was an experiment, and it's a failed experiment. Maybe your view different. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment down below. Share this on social media, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.